What's going on, YouTube? WildLion Games here. We have officially entered the window for Maximum Football 23's release. It says spring of 2023. As of this recording, it is March 21st. Spring started March 20th, goes all the way to June 21st, so welcome. We are now officially inside the release window for Maximum Football 23. And yeah, man, I'm really excited. If you guys haven't been paying attention on Twitter, they've been actually releasing some screenshots recently. We're going to take a look at them here for you. And one of them, the QB, is either in a low, medium, or high running threat, depending on how close he is to the line of scrimmage, how close he is to the hashes, and how fast he's moving. The faster he is, and the closer he is to the line of scrimmage, the more of a threat he is. If the quarterback is high threat and the defender is within the red circle, then he's going to pursue the quarterback using the high threat level AI. If the defender is in the orange circle and the QB is a medium threat, then the defender will behave with medium threat level AI. And if the defender is in the yellow circle with the QB in a low threat, then the defender will behave with a low threat, meaning that they'll probably just stick with their man in coverage. And medium, I think what I saw in a response is that if they don't have anybody to guard, they'll pursue the quarterback. If they have someone to guard, they'll inside shade in between who they're guarding and the quarterback, I think is what I read in one of the threads somewhere. Basically, if the QB is a low threat, the defenders will simply, they'll shade towards him without abandoning their current responsibilities. And if he's a high threat, the defender is within the red circle, then he's going to pursue the quarterback. This is all pretty cool stuff, cool information. Now, what does it mean as far as like gameplay goes, and like how does it actually impact the AI? You know, only the closed beta testers can tell us that, but none of us even know who they are. But you know, the time will tell. Time will tell. But I still think, as like a fan of video games and how they're made, it's still pretty cool to like see the inside. I know other games do this type of stuff, but for me, a casual, it's cool to see. And we have some more with like inside, you know, little dev note inside the mind of a dev with like the ball carrier, basically deciding where he's going to navigate based on who the closest defender is, where the sideline is, where's his blockers. And we can kind of see like some early access builds, and it's pretty cool stuff. So make sure you go follow these guys on Twitter. They post every now and then, you know. Just the other day they posted a beautiful screenshot of St. Patrick's Day. The new Denmark clovers looks pretty sweet. Nice little design there. The green visors look cool. And with the custom teams, I like how when you look in the background of the stadium, you can see a lot of banner marks everywhere, from banners underneath the Jumbotron along the fence. You got them on the Jumbotron, on the sidelines, and it seems like you'll be able to put your team's logo, you know, plaster it all over the stadium, which is going to be cool. Again, I think we got to curb expectations here. This is an indie game still. This is not going to topple Madden right away. I would look at this, you know, when I look at some of these screenshots, just how like the players even move a little bit in the trailer. If you've ever played Casey Powell Lacrosse 16, I would expect something, you know, similar to that, where, you know, maybe the players feel a little weightless, a little floaty at times, responsive as far as how they move. The controls were responsive, but sometimes things can be a little wonky. But overall, Casey Powell was like a fun lacrosse game. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know how big Modus Games is. I assume that they have about like the same staffing for this type of game as Big Ant Studio did when they partnered with I think it was Cross Studios, was that made the original arcade NLL Xbox games. So I would expect something similar. Now they are going to be using Unreal Engine, which is, you know, much bigger. They weren't using that back in 2016 for Casey Powell Lacrosse and Big Ant Studios. But as far as quality, I'm expecting something pretty similar to that. So make sure, you know, go, you know, support the game, but also manage expectations. And then one more thing before I hop off. And I think this is because they released this article the same day as the trailer, and everybody watched the trailer but didn't go read the article. But towards the bottom of this article, they talk about the game coming with Dynasty mode, college, and franchise mode, which is like pro. So cool, we're going to get both. But the coolest thing I read was in there saying that both modes will be in the same universe, So you will be able to send dynasty players to your franchise league and draft them onto your pro teams. Like, guys, come on, dude. That is wicked cool, man. You know what? No one's talking about this yet. And I know we haven't got our hands on it, but everybody's making all these speculation videos and all these other types of Maximum Football 23 videos. But we're about to get a football game where we can play Dynasty mode, and then our draft classes can be imported within the same game to our franchise mode, and we can try and draft the players that we are playing as or playing against in like the college part of the game, and like continue their careers into the pro part of the game. And maybe you had a guy on your team in Dynasty mode who was a baller, and then in your franchise mode, you can draft him and continue using him now on your pro team. So super cool. I'm really excited to explore that. I think that's like a fun, innovative feature that I can't believe hasn't been done yet in other sports games. I guess mostly because, you know, we haven't had a college sports game in you know, a decade. But yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. That's it for me. Sorry if I sound off. I'm a little under the weather right now, but I wanted to get a video out there. Just haven't been feeling great. And but anyways, hope you guys liked this video. Hopefully it was informative and useful for you. You got something out of it. If you did, drop a like, maybe consider subscribing. You know, let me know what you're thinking. Also, now that we're in this release window for Maximum Football 23, where do you guys think it's gonna fall? Are we gonna get something here pretty soon, or are we thinking it's gonna be closer to that June 21st date? Let me know, and until next time, peace.